Hello and welcome to Chartbusters. Well, the markets have come off the high point of the day. We started off in the green. Crude prices were lower, but that bounce that we saw has been sold into. I'm Nigel D'Souza, with me, Mangalam Malu. Mangalam, let's start off with the headlines.
Absolutely. Let's start off with the headlines. Markets off the highs primarily on account of lower IT stocks. First up, we are tracking the crude. Softer 2019 demand forecast from OPEC pulled Brent crude down to the lower level of $66 per barrel. The US crude too hits a one-year low. Oil-sensitive stocks like OMCs, aviation and paint companies zoom in trade.
And as oil prices slump, the rupee gains in trade, hitting a two-month high. IT and pharma stocks are under pressure.
In earnings impact, Sun Pharma is the top Nifty loser, down about 5%. The revenue missed estimates. US businesses and other markets report sluggish sales. Glenmark sulks despite good revenue growth led by US, India, Europe and rest of the world on account of the stronger rupee.
And Tata Steel gains. It reports an inline set of numbers. The India performance was very, very strong. In fact, the adjusted India EBITDA per ton was higher than what the street was estimating. The management guides for a $1 billion debt reduction in the next 1.5 years.
Other stocks in news. Zee Entertainment sulks about 3% in trade today. Promoters to divest 50% of their holding in the company to a strategic partner. Ashok Leyland tanks over 7%, 8% as we speak, as MD CEO Vinod Dasari quits. On the other hand, Q2 earnings too were below estimates.
Well, the market's off the high point of the day. How do you trade the Nifty from here? Ashwini Gujral joins us. Hi, Ashwini. What's the trade on the Nifty? We're currently as flat as can be.
See, the Nifty has not shown follow-through since morning. And that too, when you had fairly good news, that's not a good omen. Plus, IT has fallen much harder than banks have gone up. So which means rupee has impacted IT a lot more than crude has been able to impact the banks. So that way, we took profits on in the morning on long positions and now are short on the bank Nifty because Nifty is negative, Nifty IT is negative, mid caps are almost, getting into the negative. So you hardly have, a 100-point gain on bank Nifty. Now that's not been able to fight against the Nifty IT. So for the moment, use the high of the day as a stop on Nifty, bank Nifty, etc. and try to take short positions because the market reaction to good news has been short of what should have been there. Having said that, TCS is a sell with a stop of 1885, target of 1850. HCL Tech is a sell with a stop of 1010, target of 975. And Berger Paints is a buy with a stop of 320, target of 335.
Right, Ashwini, thanks a lot for that. We will keep coming back to you through the course of the day. Ashwini saying go short on the Nifty using the high point of the day as a stop loss. But it is the fag end of the earnings season and a lot of companies reporting their numbers. Bombay Dyeing is the stock on our radar on the back of a good set of second quarter numbers. The profit after tax jumped to 246 crores. This versus 52 crores on a year-on-year basis. Remember, the stock has halved from the start of this year. To discuss the company's performance as well as the future outlook, we have Mr. Vishnu Perumba, who is the CFO of the company, who joins us now. Thanks a lot, Vishnu, for joining in. Good performance. If you could tell us a little about the real estate business of the company, because that's the one that has grown a fair amount. So if you could just tell us, what's the land bank of the group right now? What are the development plans? What is the total developed land bank of the group, and what is the unsold inventory?
Yeah, first of all, let me pass on my festive greetings to all the viewers and our esteemed shareholders. Yeah, it's been a fantastic quarter for us, and it's with strong both on top line and bottom line. We reported top line of 843 crores, which is a 20% year-on-year growth, and a profit of 246 crores, which is 367% growth. So, and want to call out that this, as in the past which we have said, this does not include the project revenues. And if you take into account the project revenues of 195 crores and the underlying profit, the overall profit for the quarter we would have reported 360 crores. That's a substantial 7x growth over what we had reported in the previous year. So the fundamentals are very, very strong, and we look upon in terms of a solid performance over the year.
Okay, solid performance indeed then, Vishnu.
And coming to the point in terms of the...
Yes, sir, I wanted to ask you a couple
Coming to the point that you had asked for in terms of the real estate, yeah.
Yes, sir. In terms of real estate, what exactly is the demerger plans? You had announced that, you were expecting, I mean, the street was waiting by for demerger details. Could you tell us when exactly is that likely to take place? And also give us a rough estimate of what's the land bank value as of now?
So, fine. Coming into in terms of the first question, so in terms of the profits for the quarter, we reported there are a lot of assets which have flown in, and which is what we monetized, and that flow in terms of it. And from the point of demerger that you're asking for, it's a process which is on, we have filed our demerger application with the NCLT, and it's we hopefully we expected to get things moving over the year. And coming to in terms of the land bank properties, yes, we have two contiguous parcels of land, one at Dadar and then the other one in Worli. Each one 29 acres in Dadar and 25 acres in Worli. So we have, as of now, we have gone ahead in terms of partial development in Dadar, which is the ICC 2 towers, which is expected to be delivered possession during the year, and which should drive in terms of substantial profits in the coming the balance of the year. And coming to the other developments, the board has already approved in terms of developments in WIC. So we are looking forward in terms of starting up all the developments here in WIC as well. So which should drive in terms of substantial profits over the period of the year and for the years to come in. And as to the BR tagline of seeing a better life and the theme of live, work and play, we are also going ahead in terms of commercial developments in ICC as well. So that should further trigger in terms of the overall ethos the company is looking at.
Right, Vishnu,
and, further to add, I would like to just add on 2 points. We have been awarded in terms of the Asia's most trusted company by IBC USA, which is one of the accolades which came in. Further to that, in terms of reality in the HT Realty Awards, Real Estate Awards, they granted us as the best residential project.
Vishnu, we congratulate you for the awards that you've got as far as the real estate business is concerned. The street is listening to what you've said. The stock has moved higher while you were talking about the development plans for the land parcels that you have in both Worli as well as Dadar. So, just a little more color on that. What exactly is the gross development value of the current properties that you have, and when are you likely to, see the cash flows coming in from these properties?
So as you know, both these land parcels are in highly priced lands, and nobody else has that kind of a size of land parcel. And we are looking at going ahead with to monetize partially in terms of the commercial development in WIC. And thereafter, as the years progress, the right timing, we will go ahead in terms of residential projects. Overall, if you want to put a value cap onto whatever is the monetizable value, it runs into 30 to 35,000 crores value which can be monetized out of these lands, and which would be over a period of next 7-8 years. So, it has to be in sequence basis to ensure that we obtain the maximum potential value from each of these properties that we have. So it will be a progressive plan. We have a very strong, experienced board, and every decision that is taken is in the holistic interest of the company and to the betterment of the shareholders. So decisions will keep flowing in. As of now, we are starting up the project in both in Worli and also in ICC on the commercial part to go with the overall theme that we have of live, work and play.
All right, fair point there, Vishnu. Thanks a lot for joining in. Wish you good luck for all your plans going forward. Your shareholders were listening. The stock higher by about 3.5%. With that, we slip into a short break. Come back, we'll focus on the FMCG space with Amit Sinha, who's the senior consumer analyst at Macquarie. On the other side, keep it with CNBC TV 18.